Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Paul here with my YouTube art tutorials. Okay, so yesterday we started off with this. I'll just show you the volcano that we're drawing here. Okay, which is, there's another, a couple of videos ago, there's a tutorial how to do street art volcanoes like that. And then we've drawn and coloured in Iron Man. And I've just started putting some flame-like leaves in here. So last night we got down to about here. I've just put a little bit of gold in this shoulder blade here, and then he's got a bit of armour here coming down. Obviously this is Iron Man, Tony Stark, with his helmet over his face. I put a little kind of nod to street art and graffiti art, this kind of character here with his tongue out. I need to finish that. And then there's a few little like flame leaves in here just to add a little bit more detail. And then I thought, well, what better character to draw and colour in? I've just started drawing actually because I thought it'd take too long. Just started drawing Spider-Man, but wanted him kind of facing to the right just to get the composition nice, because we've got Iron Man to the left, Spider-Man kind of to the right, but he's facing the camera. So we're going to draw and colour that in now, but I'm going to do it across a couple of video clips. I'm going to have a little break in the middle of it. There's quite a lot of oranges and reds in here, so I don't know whether you can see my collection of colours I've got ready. I've got a couple of fine liners, got my trusty black Stabilo, and then I've got in this pack of Stabilo 25, you can get anywhere really, but Amazon have got them in stock at the moment. Really fine liners for outside of characters. On this side of Spider-Man, on his right side or left side on the page, it's not black all the way down here because we've got a bit of like flame or really shiny yellow here. So I didn't want to put black against that yellow, so I'm going to do it's kind of a light brown colour, quite a nice one really. And then we've got three colour reds. We've got a normal kind of classic pillar box red and a couple of slightly darker reds. Then we've got an orange, we've got a black and my trusty silver, but a grey will be fine. This has got sparkles in it actually. These are faber-castell or faber-castell pencil crayons. They come in a pack of 60. And there's quite a few that have got sparkles in them, so I go over a lot of the colouring when it's a bit too bright. I go over with a little bit of grey just to deaden or dull, make it duller, so it's not as shiny. If you're using pencil crayons, it's much easier to mix. If you've got acrylics or watercolours even, or oils, it's much easier to change your colour. With pencil crayons it's quite difficult. You basically get what you get out of the box to work with. So we can just a few techniques with that grey or black over the top. I've done that with the volcano. Okay, so I'm going to crack on. I'm just going to start with the outline. Now I've drawn it out ready, so that's ready. So if you want to press pause and draw the same kind of thing out, obviously Spider-Man's classic eyes here in the middle, and we want to keep that mostly white. Okay. I might deepen that a little bit, I think, and make that a little bit fatter, if you like, in the eye area. And I'm quite happy with that drawing so far. So I'm just going to go over what I've drawn already, but I'm going to show you from about here, just the top of his eye, from this section. We're going to go brown across here. Okay, so I can confidently do the black. And it's quite thick black actually. I might go over it again in a little while. What you want here is a bit of a point, if you can. Okay. And then we're going to smooth. We're going to bring the back of his chin down to like this kind of thing. Okay. And we'll make it slightly darker later on. I'll go around his eyes. Okay, again this is black here. the Stabilo's running out because I've been using it so much during COVID lockdown. So we might have to change colour in a little while. We'll be doing this in pencil crayon actually because there's a bit of grey in here. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing here is I'm going to just deepen, I'm going to rub this section out slightly because I'm going to deepen this eye because I want more white shining, okay. So I'm going to go back to my pencil for a minute. Don't be afraid to rub things out if you need to. If you're just drawing in pencil really lightly so you can easily rub it out. Now I want a little bit of a deeper curve here. So I'm going to go, I want a bigger white space, you see. So bring this down even further. There we go. And then I'm going to follow this line down, kind of parallel with this to a certain extent. Just to give this eye, this white is really important, okay. I'm going to do Deadpool next after this. In another video, so please subscribe, follow the channel. You'll get the notifications, and if you turn the notifications on, I think. Make some comments if you want to. I've had quite a few lovely comments the last couple of days from quite a few people around the world. We're now up to 216 as I draw this, 216 subscribers. We're right up to short by 40 views of 4,000 views. That's in 3 weeks from starting this venture during lockdown. I'm just over 3 weeks now, towards the end of the 4th week, I think. So it's going great guns at the moment. But obviously, share it with your friends, share it with your family. Let's keep it going. I'd love to get to, by the time we get out of lockdown, whenever that will be, I'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers. In an ideal world, 4,000 watch hours. We're miles away from that at the moment, but we can but try. Hope everybody's well today anyway. Sun is shining, beautiful weather out there today. It's gorgeous today out where I am. I'm in Cheshire, in the northwest of England. Okay, just outside Sandbach, if anybody knows where that is. Okay, so I'm going to go to this brown now, and I'm going to change to this brown just because of this back of his head here being really light. Okay, just under his chin there, just by his chin, there's a little bump. Okay, so if you can do that, that would be great. So this is obviously going to have all sorts of other things going on around here as well, okay. So here we go. We've got the rest of this coloured now, which is fab. Another line down here and another line in here, okay, behind Iron Man, because that's where his arm comes in. So his shoulder blade here, I only can see one shoulder. We'll draw this line in as well. Alright, and then we'll go back to the black, okay, because under this chin we've got a black line down here. I want to make it look quite cartoony though, because the volcano is quite cartoony looking. This isn't a realistic portrait of Spider-Man from the films. This is more kind of comic book art, okay, or street art. I've seen lots of Spider-Man street art around the world. It's great to spray paint these if you can get a wall that you could use in your garden or something like that. Obviously ask your parents' permission. Little Spider-Man somewhere. One of my friends has got a Spider-Man tattoo. Obviously he's in his 40s, but he loves Spider-Man, so he got himself a Spider-Man tattoo when he was old enough. Okay, so going back to this brown again, just to the top of his head. Now I've already drawn the shape, so I don't even have to think about this now. I just need to concentrate on making sure I carry on that line there. You don't worry too much, because if you do get it slightly wrong, you can always rub the pencil out. Okay, so that's the basic shape that we've got. Okay, I'm just going to rub this section out here, because this is where I originally wanted the ash cloud from the volcano to be. I might actually move it this way now, and take it right across here so I can get more characters in. I think I've done it a little bit too straight up, so we'll try and do that. And I'm thinking a little bit of watercolour, pencil crayon mixed with water in the background, just to make some ash and some fog, some dark cloud behind these characters. Okay, but we'll see how we get on. There's a lot to do yet anyway. So I'm going to go for my black now. I'm going to go for the black, and all I want to do is I'm just going to block in where the grey is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to have a grey section there. I'm going to have another little section of grey down here. Okay, and another section of grey here. So where I've put the lines, that's where the grey is going to be. So I can confidently do the black now in these sections. Okay, up to that line. All right, and just into this. Make sure you stay inside the lines here if you're using pencil crayon. If you're using fine liner, that's great. I probably have done this with fine liner, but my fine liner's running out, so I have to order another few. I'm doing so much art at the moment. Actually went into work, I'm a high school teacher, went into work yesterday. Spent time with a few of the students that were children of the key workers, so that was a good day. Watched Jumanji in the afternoon. Never seen that before, the newest ones. Enjoyed that. That was on Netflix. Right, so we've got a little bit of grey going in here. Okay, so black onto the inside, and there we are. And then we've got grey through here. So I'm just going to take the black down to there. All right, the rest of it's black. All right, really quite dark black. Don't want to miss leave any white out here, because this is really symbolic with Spider-Man's outfit. So you want to get the black really dark into this section, but just be really careful that you don't go over the lines at this stage. Okay, so now it might look a bit weird right now, but I'm now going to bring the silver in. Okay, so I'm going to go around this bit with the silver pen. Okay, and you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. I'm going to make it darker in certain places. Okay, I've got a little bit of grey in here as well, but in the middle of that we've got some black. Okay, so I'm going to take some black in here now over the top of the grey, which will just lighten the black up ever so slightly. Okay, so we're in a situation here now where we're getting some more detail of light and shade in Spider-Man's mask. Okay, now I'm going to go for a darker grey. Just sharpen this for a minute. I want this nice and sharp. Darker grey than my silver. I've got quite a dark grey here, and I'm going to go darker in there. Okay, we're going to go darker here and leave a few lighter bits, and we're going to go darker through this section as well. Okay, there we are. Now in here we're going to have loads of dark lines. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. All right, and we're going to go a little bit darker grey on the inside of this eye here. All right, so we're going to go up to there. All right, darker grey on the inside of the eye there. Okay, so we want to now just pull in a little bit of this silver. into this eyeball, or the mask, okay, so it's shining. All right. And then this one is grey around the outside here and grey through there. All right, so that's basically what we're going to be focused on now is the eyes. That's looking good, quite happy with that. A little bit darker in this section here, just on the inside of the eye. I'm going to just darken that off there. Okay, inside of the mask there. So that is Spider-Man's eyes. We're going to go into a little bit of the chin now. Okay, so we're just going to darken that off for a minute. And most of this is going to be red, and we're going to go over it with the fine liner as well later on. Okay, start off with the lightest red that we've got. All right, I'm going to start at the nose here. Okay, and we're going to do this kind of shape here. Okay, we're going to take the nose between the eyes, where his nose would be. This is what we're colouring in now. Okay, so I'm just going to now shade in these sections here. There we are. Okay, and we keep going with that. We keep going with this. Don't worry about being dark, because we're going to go over the top of this with a much darker red in a little while, okay, to get some shadow underneath his mask, underneath his eyes. All right, so there we go, and we can then pull in this red right around the edges here. That's it. We don't have to really worry about any of the white, because we'll cover it over later on. We'll get a little bit more, going to get a little bit of orange in here in a little while. Okay, you want to mist this section out. That's going to be orange there. Okay, and we're going to miss a section out underneath his eye here, because that's going to be orange as well. Okay, so this section is going to be more orangey, and this section is going to be more red. Now I'm going to go for a darker red, okay, just in this area here. All right, so a darker red. I'm going to go over that with a black later on probably. Okay, so we're going slightly darker red now. All right, we've even got a browny red, a really dark red that's almost brown, so I might use that in a little while. Okay, that's what we're doing, which is great. Happy with that so far. Now we're just going to darken this section off underneath his eye. Okay. There we go. And yeah, we just carry on with this red right across. Okay. We're going to just have a few flecks of orange coming in now. Okay, so we're going to have a line of orange here. This is quite a bright orange. All right, we're going to have an orange section here. We're going to have another orange section here, like this. And because this is a cartoon, you can kind of do bubbles of orange, if you like. And we'll go around this and blend that in a little while. Okay, and then what I want you to do is around the back of his eye, you're going orange, but you're leaving a strip, quite a wide strip. Okay, quite a wide strip that's going to be bright yellow. Okay, and we're going to go into this shoulder here, into this shoulder. I'm going to continue, and it's going to go now. It's going to go like this. Okay, so it's wider here. This white section at the moment is wider here. There we go. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for now. I'm just going to have a little rest, have something to eat and come back to it later on. I'd advise you guys to do that as well with your art. Don't get bored of doing the same thing for too long. Have quick mini breaks and go and get yourself a drink and things like that. And then I'll put the 2-3 video clips together and just upload it as one video. So click the subscribe button. Hopefully you've liked that so far, and speak to you soon. Hi guys, so welcome back. I just thought I'd let you know what I've done. Finishing off this, I've wrapped Spider-Man round Iron Man's face over his shoulder here, just to bring, we're going to carry on with this ash cloud up here now. Okay, probably put Deadpool in this area as well. Just add to some of the Marvel characters and maybe some DC characters in there as well. A little bit of street art. So just got a little bit careful with the, I have to put a black pen over the top of all this red and orange and yellow pencil crayon here, because it can smudge, so you have to be really careful, because it's not being taken into the paper in the same way, because it's over kind of shiny pencil crayon. It does sometimes smudge, so you just have to be really careful of that. Probably start in the top left hand corner and work down this way until you get to this bottom corner with the fine liner, with the Stabilo fine liner that I've used there. So what I've done here is, after I've done the red and sections of orange here, I've then gone this section here, I've gone over with a silvery grey pencil crayon, sorry, and we've gone into this area here as well, just to try and make sure that Iron Man's head doesn't disappear into Spider-Man's body, basically. I know it's slightly different reds anyway, so I've darkened this shoulder up here. Just going to put a little bit more darkness through this area here with the grey, okay, just so it'll just bring forward Iron Man's head. And we've got some darker sections in here, a little bit darker underneath his neck, okay. But even when you're going with this pen now, you just got to make sure you don't smudge, okay, the pen that you've already done if you're going over with pencil crayon. Okay, so just try and avoid those black lines now if you're going to go over anything with grey. Okay, but I've left this quite bright because obviously it's supposed to be flames in this volcano anyway. So I'm going to look at other characters. So if you want to suggest any other characters on the messages on this video, Marvel, DC, any other kind of street art that you want to see, I'll put a little bit of street art style cartoons in here, put some more flames and bits of flame coming off here, and then afterwards I think I'm going to go across this sky, any gaps here I'm going to go with greys and black, either charcoal or watercolour pencils. So first thing I would do, like I said earlier on, is get the drawing that you want, get the shape of the drawing, press pause, then go through the reds and then leave some space for the oranges, and then the yellows is pretty much the last thing you do around this outside edge. But if you have got fine liners, if you use a black on this side and then a brownish or a light brown on this side, or even a red, I mean you could go bright red if you wanted to around this outside. I wouldn't use a yellow because you won't see the outline where another character comes in behind. So I'm going to get Deadpool in here, I think, and bring Deadpool maybe looking in this direction to the left, similar to Iron Man, just for the composition. So I'll have the two heads. In a lot of artwork on fan art on Pinterest and other websites, you do see Deadpool's attitude towards Spider-Man. He often plays around with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's not interested in playing with him. So you know, in a lot of fan art art that you see on the internet with Deadpool, it'd be quite good to have him right next to the head of Spider-Man, really. So we'll have a go at Deadpool. I've done Deadpool quite a few times in the past, so I'll show you that probably tomorrow evening. This will be going out on Thursday. Obviously it's still locked down in the UK and globally as well. Just make sure you stay safe, make sure you click subscribe, share these videos and tutorials with your friends and family. Have a go at drawing Spider-Man. He's a really good character to draw, and maybe even go back and have a look at the volcano that I've done, and the Iron Man video as well. If you want to send any messages to me, please do so. I love listening to your comments and reading your comments. I try and reply to everybody's comments wherever possible. As many comments I'll reply to as I possibly can. If you want to see something in a future video, if you want to know how to draw certain things, or you're trying to learn new skills, just let me know. I do quite a lot of acrylic painting on canvas, and also I do painting onto rocks and stones and pebbles and things. So even looking at garden furniture at the moment, painting artwork on outdoor furniture and outdoor canvases. So if you want to know how to do certain things, just let me know, okay? And I'm sure I can accommodate that in a future video. So speak to you soon, guys, and stay safe. All right, bye bye.